Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Judge Ashley Wilcott. Breaking news in a case we've been following on Court TV. One of the defendants in the Playboy model murder case was sentenced just a short time ago. Joe Logan Kennison, the boyfriend of Kelsey Turner, was given 18 to 45 years in jail. This means he will serve a minimum of 18 years before he becomes eligible for parole. Kennison pled guilty to beating the psychiatrist Dr. Thomas Burchard to death on behalf of Turner. This was Kennison earlier today. Burchard was involved with Kelsey Turner, and prosecutors say that she set him up to be killed. Turner is still awaiting her day in court. Her trial's set for November, and our own Court TV Ted Rowlands has more on the background of this case.
Renowned psychiatrist Dr. Thomas Burchard had been missing for 3 days when his body was found in the trunk of an abandoned BMW in the desert outside of Las Vegas. Judy Earp, his girlfriend of 17 years, was back at their home in California and sensed the doctor was in trouble.
I told him repeatedly that these are not, the kind of people you want to be associating with.
Judy was worried about this woman, 25-year-old Playboy and Maxim model Kelsey Turner. Judy says Kelsey was extorting money from Dr. Burchard.
About $300,000 that I know about, and possibly more.
Burchard had a history of helping others and engaging with young, attractive girls he met online, like Kelsey. That's according to his friend, who did not want to be identified when he was interviewed by KSBW.
These women were just like an escape for him to have somewhere to go. He told me he met Kelsey on the website and met up with her, and they talked, and they went and had dinner a few times.
Dr. Burchard's friend says the psychiatrist started spending time and money on Kelsey, even renting this condo in Salinas, California for Kelsey and her mother to live along with Kelsey's child. Even after Dr. Burchard stopped paying the rent and Kelsey moved to Vegas, the two did keep in contact. And shortly before the murder, Kelsey reached out to the doctor, according to his friend.
He says, seems that Kelsey's having some trouble with her boyfriend out there in Vegas. He's hitting her, he's abusing her, and she has no money, nowhere to go. And I feel partly responsible for this.
Court documents show that Kelsey Turner was, in fact, reported as the victim in a domestic violence case less than a month before the doctor's murder. Dr. Burchard went to Vegas to see Kelsey, calling his girlfriend Judy only after he had arrived, saying he was spending the weekend and would be back on Monday.
I warned him on Saturday when he was there that, maybe you ought not wait till Monday to come home. Maybe you ought to just come home on the next flight.
After missing his flight and not responding to calls and texts, Judy called Las Vegas police. Dr. Burchard's body was found near Lake Mead, about 25 miles outside Vegas.
The actual incident occurred at a residence in the Las Vegas Valley, and then the body was found out by the lake.
This is the Las Vegas home where Kelsey and her boyfriend Jon Kennison were living and where investigators believe Dr. Burchard was murdered. Kelsey's roommate, Diana Pena, told a grand jury that Kennison attacked Dr. Burchard with a baseball bat, and that after the initial attack, Kelsey insisted that her boyfriend knock him out. Pena also testified that the attack left Kennison covered in blood. According to arrest warrants, police recovered a bag from the Rio Hotel. It's where prosecutors say Turner, Kennison, and Pena fled to after the murder. Inside that bag, investigators found sheets of paper ripped from Dr. Burchard's notebook that contained his banking information and passwords.
Additional information has come to light.
Kelsey Turner was arrested in California 3 weeks after police recovered Burchard's body. Her extradition was delayed after it was determined that she was pregnant. She has since given birth to a girl while in custody. Her boyfriend, Jon Kennison, was arrested a few weeks later in Las Vegas. Kelsey's roommate, Diana Pena, pleaded guilty to accessory to murder.
Still with us, attorneys Nima Rahmani and Wendy Patrick. Oh, I have to ask you both. I think there's a lot that could come out of this. What does this mean for this model who's accused, who has a trial in November of this year? What does it mean that he, the boyfriend, has pled and gotten 18 to 45 years? Wendy, you first, please.
You know, many times you have, in this case, you know, a trio of defendants, one of whom decides to stick it out and roll the dice at trial, and the other two take plea bargains. One of the issues always is, as the three of us know, and your viewers, I mean, we've watched enough of these trials, is whether or not those two are going to testify against this Playboy model. That is going to be an issue of jury appeal on a lot of different levels. You have all of the makings of one of those Hollywood crime dramas, like Love Triangle, A Body in the Desert, Las Vegas being the location of a murder, and pairing that with this extortion aspect of it. Now, we all also know that in many cases like this, sometimes relationships start out consensual. You talk about these sugar daddy arrangements, but will that be enough to overcome the obvious implications of two guilty pleas when you have this young lady set for trial? It doesn't look good.
And an interesting fact, Nima, the plea deal for him included that he, the boyfriend, will not testify against the model girlfriend who's accused of murdering the psychiatrist.
Well, yeah, based on his jail recordings, it seems like Kennison is going to take the fall. And, you know, we talked about manipulation in the funeral home trial, and that's exactly what Turner is doing. She's not only manipulating the victim who was killed, she's manipulating her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. She's going to obviously point the finger at him, saying he was violent, he was abusive, he was coercive. She was just along for the ride. She too was a victim in this. And she's even put up a website, Ashley, where she's claiming her innocence and trying to solicit money for her defense at trial. So here's someone I believe is a master manipulator. We'll see if it's going to be good enough to manipulate that Nevada jury.